Oh, I live in a giant microwave and everything smells like popcorn.
Hello, welcome to the day that is today. I don't even.
Today.
Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. I don't even think I don't think days happen anymore.
They got canceled.
Yep. It's also, there's a number that usually goes with the day. The 7th.
The 7th of April.
It's April 7th.
On 2020. And you're listening to NPILAR.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi, Pilar.
Hi, Anne. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also fine.
We are fine.
Everything is fine.
It's not. The subtext of that is, of course,
yeah,
everything is not fine.
No. But we doing the best we can.
That's right. We are trying our best, and we're showing up.
It's only a few weeks in, and I'm all done with this meeting shenanigans. Like,
yeah. So this is, how do you feel? I feel like, so our NPLR episode so far, I feel like week 1 we were like delirious and like trying to figure out what was happening, and then week 2 we were like, okay, it's been tough, but like now we're like feeling cheerful, and now I feel sort of like depleted and depressed.
Yeah, I'm with you. I definitely I'm arriving with that as well today.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the stages of grief, but this is like has its own stages, and they're like delirium, lentils, depression, euphoria, monotone.
Yes. And I don't know about you, but I experience all of those in a matter of an hour.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
It's like most of my emotions come on like a truck, like a big old truck just running me over, and they leave just as quickly. Sometimes they linger. I mean, like I have to pick up the pieces and stuff, but like
yeah, I sort of feel like this is probably what infants feel like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're like, I'm hungry, and then they freak out, and then like a second later they're like, oh, I have some, it's gonna be okay, and then they sort of shift wildly from these like highs and lows.
Why is everything blurry?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, everything is blurry. I went for a walk in the woods yesterday and had this weird experience where, like, after just looking at the walls of my apartment for a while, the trees, it was a really beautiful day here yesterday, and like the trees were green and like things were sprouting and there was like bird action, and it just felt like this weird, I was like in this hypersensitive space of like responding to the natural world in this way that felt very like Thoreau-esque. and then I was like immediately overcome with how sad it was, because on any other day I was like, I would just be appreciating it and be like, this is a nice day, but it was so like contrasting how nice it was outside with how sad the state of the world was like extra obvious.
Yep. Yes, I had a very similar experience yesterday. After a day of being inside and trapped in a technology loophole that didn't work, ran outside. No, I didn't run. I went to the outside doors and was like, oh, it's beautiful and sunny and the birds are chirping and everything's gonna be fine. And then I saw other people on the trail, and I was like, why are you wearing a mask? Why Why are you within 6 feet of me?
Yes, I had this similar experience. Like every time I saw a person on this walk yesterday, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Those words are usually inadequate, and they are even less adequate right now. They can't even do anything justice.
Yeah.
It's hard. Womp womp.
It's also a full moon, I think,
Oh,
which explains I've like had a weird past couple of days where I like haven't been sleeping that well, and I feel like my mind has been kind of even more erratic than is the new usual, or what feels like the new usual. So I blame it. I blame the moon.
um, I think that's a great plan. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's blame the moon.
I just need something to blame that's
The
not
moon's
me.
been celebrated for way too long. I mean,
That's right. Time to take it down.
we've had enough.
Yeah.
Let's acknowledge the chaos it's caused.
That's right. That's right.
We had a question this week on our Instagram. Do we want to get right to it?
Let's get into it. I'm so excited about this
Oh, good.
because we had some great responses. So the impetus for this question, we asked some of our listeners to describe or to point us to Wikipedia articles that they find particularly enthralling. And it came from the fact that I've been watching a lot of episodes of Northern Exposure, the TV show from the 80s and 90s that is a perfect blend of magic realism and Alaska tourism. And I got also interested in the Wikipedia page for Northern Exposure, which led me down a number of glorious rabbit holes.
What are some of the things that you found out about your newfound love of Northern Exposure, or old
Wow.
love, refound love?
Refound. I love Northern Exposure, and it's like it's been strangely comforting to watch it. And there's one episode that I watched recently where, are you familiar with the show?
I did watch it when it came out, yes.
Okay, so do you remember the sort of will they, won't they romance between Maggie O'Connell and Joel Fleischman,
Yes.
played by Rob Morrow and wait, Ron? Rob. Is it Rob?
Rob?
I think it's Rob Morrow
Yes.
and Janine Turner. There's this episode we watched recently where Janine Turner as Maggie O'Connell like got a personal washing machine in her house so she didn't have to go to the laundromat anymore. And but then like the person who was installed, maybe it was Chris in the morning, the DJ, while they were like installing the washer, he was like, this is the beginning of like people are just going to be in their homes and like we won't need each other anymore and everybody's just going to be living their lives from the inside. And I was like, ah!
And that's what they said about books too, so
Yeah.
the beginning of the end.
Yeah. But yeah, so one thing I found in this Wikipedia dive is that Janine Turner now, or since Northern Exposure finished, has done these Christian themed yoga videos, which are, and where every like pose, every yoga pose has a new like biblical name, like the staff of Moses, or like Abraham's boat, like things like that. I just, it's shocking. It's shocking to see. But she's also like, you got to watch these videos. She's like, her hair is all poofed out. She looks very good, but she's like got a lot of makeup, like a full face of makeup. And I'm like surprised that that's what she ended up.
Did you
That's
end up doing
wonderful.
any of the yoga?
No,
No.
Tim and I watched it purely for observational.
Sociological research.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we get to some of our Wikipedia pages?
Yeah, let's do it. Do you have
Okay.
it? Uh we did that fancy thing where you put a question and people answer it.
Yeah, you did a great job. I don't know how to, I
Thanks.
don't know how to do that. So thanks
Felt,
for doing
felt one of the few small victories of
that.
let's see. I
Okay.
even took a screenshot of it. You have
Oh, our first recommendation comes from Jeff,
yeah,
which is Ivan the Terrible.
Ivan the Terrible. I didn't research any of these, did you?
Nope. I think we're doing it
We're doing
live.
it live. This is like when people have those correctathons for Wikipedia. What are they called? They're when people get together and they choose a subject and they correct Wikipedia pages together.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that.
What are those things? What are
Um,
they called? They have a name.
yeah, I told you so, athons.
Yeah, exactly. I'm smarter than you, Athon. Um,
I have the Ivan the Terrible.
oh,
I'll
good.
just abbreviate him to ITT up on the screen. Also known as Ivan the Formidable or Ivan the Fearsome. He was the Grand Prince of Moscow from 1533 to 1547 and the first Tsar of Russia. I I want to say I knew that, but I'm not going to fully commit to that statement.
I didn't know that.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's get down to his personal life, shall we? Marriages and children. Oh wow. ITT had 4 legitimate wives. 3 of them were poisoned, presumably by his enemies or the royal families who wanted to promote their daughters to the Tsar's brides. What does that even mean? Promote their daughters? Like,
It's bleak.
uh,
Just what
yeah,
happens. Yeah, that's not a thing that we should have been doing.
it doesn't sound good. And look, all of these wives and daughters or whoever these are named either Maria or some version of Anna.
Whoa. Sorry, I'm still pulling up the page.
What's the internet situation over there?
It's fine. I'm just slow.
Hmm.
Um, for other uses, see Ivan the Terrible in parentheses disambiguation. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, look at this one. ITT died from a stroke while playing chess with Bogdan Belsky. Who's Bogdan Belsky? Let's click on it. Oh, he was a Russian statesman and close associate of Ivan the Terrible. Upon Ivan's death, the Russian throne was left to his unfit middle son Feodor, who was a weak-minded figure. That sounds like an opinion, not a fact. Feodor died childless in 1598, ushering in the time of troubles. I, this is this is not uplifting.
Yeah, why is this your favorite
Yeah,
Wikipedia?
Jeff,
Jeff, jeez, this is tough.
dark.
Also,
Wait, what is there's this, my eyes just went to something that said the later years of Ivan's reign were also marked by massacre of Novgorod and the quote unquote burning of Moscow by tatars. It's either tatars or tatars. Tatars.
there's you.
The Russo-Crimean Wars. The burning of Moscow by tatars.
Watch out.
um. Okay. Well, that was fun. Should we go to the next one?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the Illustrated Chronicle of Ivan the Terrible.
Mhm.
There's a beautiful illustrated manuscript.
There are some great illustrations on that page.
Yeah.
The next thing from our poll is something I responded to, and it said, I want to talk about northern exposure. I did that already.
I like that you answered our own poll.
Well, I just wanted to throw my hat into the ring.
Yeah.
I also wanted to talk about the article on pierogi food, but I feel like we should, since we have other entries to get to, we should get to those.
Yeah, I think the pierogi should be the headliner.
Okay, awesome. The next one is the Didilov Pass incident. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, Dilatov.
Pass incident. Let's look it up. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have a real Russian theme going here. This is about. So we had Ivan the Terrible, pierogies, which are also Russian or can be Russian, and then there's the Dilatov Pass incident was an event where 9 Russian hikers died in the northern Ural Mountains between 1 and 2 February 1959 in uncertain circumstances.
Woof. Jeez.
Wow. Okay. This is whoa. This is not going to be something we can cover easily.
Our listeners are listening to us reading this. Oof. God.
Yikes. Well, I highly recommend people look up this article. It looks fascinating and very depressing. Look at this. 9 dead from hypothermia and physical trauma. Sorry, what?
I got so uncomfortable thinking about more dead people that I decided to click on the katabatic wind entry, and it's a drainage wind. Did you know? A technical name for a drainage wind, a wind that carries high density air from a higher elevation down a slope under the force of gravity. They're called log winds. They can rush down elevated slopes at hurricane speeds.
That doesn't sound good.
Interesting.
Fascinating. I mean,
fascinating.
Have you ever heard the whole UFO? I think it's a UFO story of like the hikers or the campers that disappeared on the Allagash in Maine.
No.
Or
have I?
I don't know if they disappeared or if they just saw a UFO. It was like definitely like a UFO type story about this thing that happened on the Allagash. That's all I know.
Well, let's look up the Wikipedia article on it.
Wait, before we do that, can I just read this?
Yes.
This little thing. All right, so this is still on the Dilatov. I don't know how to say it. This page we're on. So after the group's bodies were discovered, an investigation by Soviet authorities determined that 6 had died from hypothermia while the other 3 showed signs of physical trauma. One victim had a fractured skull, 2 others had major chest fractures, and the body of one of the group was missing both its eyes. One of the victims was missing a tongue.
Whoa.
The investigation concluded that a quote-unquote compelling natural force had caused the deaths. Wow.
The katabatic
wind. And that's how you got to the katabatic winds. Yes. Infrasound-induced panic. Wow. This is definitely something I will return to.
Thanks, Broccoli Nose.
I think that wasn't one of Jen's.
It wasn't?
One of our listeners.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Someone, Blair. Thank you, Blair.
Well, no thank you, Broccoli Nose.
Jen has many that look good. What?
Oh, right. Okay. Surprisingly enough, not a lot of people reached out with their favorite Wikipedia pages.
Shocking.
In a shocking turn of events. Right.
Jen sent a few. She sent entropy, timeline of epochs in cosmology, Chronology of the Universe, Alligator, and Iridium Satellite Constellation. These are all amazing. There's definitely no way we will have time to go into all of them. So I'm going to pick one, Pilar, and I think you should pick one.
Okay.
I choose alligator.
Wait, what are the options again? I got distracted by the UFO Allagash abductions.
Oh, right.
I'll choose that one. That's going to be mine. Sorry, Jen.
Okay. Let's go into the alligator first.
Okay.
Alligator. A crocodilian in the genus Alligator of the family Alligatoриdae. I don't know how to say that. Okay, there's the American alligator and the Chinese alligator. Still there.
There's just two?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Additionally, several extinct species of alligator are known from fossil remains. Alligators first appeared during the Oligocene epoch about 37 million years ago. Wow. Alligators are old. They're native only to the United States and China. Pilar, are you listening?
I am.
All right. Okay. This is yet another thing that I want to read this whole article in depth, but out of these categories, what do you want to hear about? Habitat, behavior, diet, reproduction, anatomy, human uses, or that's it?
Dietary.
Diet. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. The type of food eaten by alligators depends upon their age and size. When young, alligators eat fish, insects, snails, crustaceans, and worms. As they mature, progressively larger prey is taken, including larger fish such as gar, turtles, and various mammals, particularly coypu and muskrat, as well as birds, deer, and other reptiles. Their stomachs often contain gizzard stones. Oh.
Gizzard stones.
Alligators, unlike crocodiles, do not immediately regard a human upon encounter as prey, but may still attack in self-defense if provoked. Well, that sets that straight. So crocodiles are the ones that eat people and not alligators, is what I'm gleaning from that.
Well, thanks. Thanks, alligators, for not eating us.
Thank you.
A gastrolith is a gizzard stone.
You're on the gizzard stone.
I went directly to the gastrolith.
Right. I'm on it now too. Oh my God, this is horrifying. Look at them. They're huge.
They're gigantic.
Is this like the kidney stone? Oh, the X-ray is sad.
Oh.
So this is like the alligator version of a kidney stone?
I guess so.
The dinosaur version of a kidney stone.
I wonder if they have magical powers.
They do.
They're so pretty. Some of them are pretty. Whoa! The diplodocid, ingesting gastrolith entangled in vegetation in its what?
I'm looking at that too.
It's the first rock tumbler. The dinosaur.
No, go for it. No, not weird at all.
What?
Oh, sorry. I was having a sidebar with Mark.
Mark is going to be our special guest? Does he have a favorite?
Do you have a favorite Wikipedia article?
Oh, that like I revisit?
Yeah. Okay. He's going to think about it.
Okay, good.
I wonder how these compare in aesthetics compared to human kidney stones.
Should we look them up?
No, we got to stay on track. What was the thing you were going to look at?
Wikipedia is not meant for staying on track.
I know, but we only have so much time.
It's like the reason that nobody knows anything about anything. That's like,
Wait,
oh,
that's their reason?
that's a clickable thing. I want to go there. Okay, yeah, it's a contributor. Okay, where were we? What track were we on? I pulled up the chronology of the universe.
Okay, great.
So
Tell us from there.
That's
I'm gonna-
like a pretty insane thing to have a single Wikipedia page on.
Yeah, that's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
Have
So
you know the contents? It's very long.
yeah, I mean, sure, it's a bottomless. It's the internet.
Mhm.
So there's like a giant cup on its side that's explaining the Big Bang expansion, and then
Yeah, that cup is the universe.
that is the universe. Yeah. And it describes both the history and the future. So there's a diagram of the future of the universe, which is a pretty amazing thing.
How can we tell what that is? How do we? And why is it a cup?
It looks like a cup. Are you on the page?
I'm on it. I'm looking at it. It looks like a solo cup tilted on its side.
It does. It does. The CMB reference afterglow. So what is this afterglow? I don't know. Okay.
It's amazing to be able to see all of this information in one spot. I wish there were a sentence that summed it all up. And because there isn't one, I'm just going to say the summation of this article is that the universe is a cup.
The universe is a cup. And then the afterglow turns out is the cosmic microwave.
Of course.
So that's what I've learned, that we have a cosmic microwave and we're in a cup.
Well, wait. I went down to this little, do you see this chart that's called tabular summary? And it has the epoch, the time, and then some stuff I don't understand, and then a description. At the very end of that, it says far future, which when you click on that, it goes to an article that says the ultimate fate of the universe. So it's actually been available to us all the time. We all know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Look at this. Okay, I'm going to read a little piece of this because it's amazing. The stelliferous era will end as stars eventually die and fewer are born to replace them, leading to a darkening universe. Various theories suggest a number of subsequent possibilities. Assuming proton decay, matter may eventually evaporate into a dark era, parentheses, heat death. Alternatively, the universe may collapse in a big crunch, which I'm pretty sure is the name of a cereal I used to eat when I was a kid. Alternative suggestions include a false vacuum catastrophe or a big rip as possible ends to the universe. What do you suppose that is?
I mean,
Would you? Question.
my mind is blown that somebody has written this. Well, lots of people have written this, and that there's people that are like, "Oh, I get it."
Would you? I just really like that. Like, there are words on this page that I've never seen before in my life, and I can't pronounce or fathom or understand. And then the end of it just says the universe may collapse in a big crunch. It's like all of this fancy fanfare, and then at the end, it's just gonna be a crunch.
Big crunch.
They couldn't come up with a fancy word at the end. They're like, we're out of words.
Going back to the cosmic microwave.
Yeah. Please take us back.
Shoot, where did it go? Oh, maybe it was on the other page. But basically, the CMB, the cosmic microwave background, was discovered by American radio astronomers. And by accident, they discovered that there was a cosmic microwave by accident. They later.
The cosmic microwave.
What?
What is the cosmic microwave?
I can't believe you don't know.
I can't believe I don't know either.
It is a faint cosmic background radiation that fills all of space.
So we live in a microwave.
We live in a microwave, and so there's a radio telescope. I mean, as two radio hosts right now, I mean,
Yeah.
did you know that we have a microscope at our disposal?
I didn't know.
Yep. And anyway, the microwave region of the radio spectrum creates a glow that the cosmic microwave is the strongest of. So anyway, I'm just really interested in the American radio astronomers Arno and Roberts, who discovered this by accident. And I wonder if maybe that could be our next career path. Could we be American radio astronomers?
Oh, I thought you were going to say our next career path is that we're going to just discover stuff by accident, which I kind of like that path.
Yeah, that's true.
The path of accidental discovery. Oh, I live in a giant microwave and everything smells like popcorn. Who didn't put the lid on last time? There's spaghetti sauce everywhere.
Can I read this sentence? This one's a really beautiful sentence about the cosmic microwave.
No. Please read it.
It's just a single sentence. When the universe was young, before the formation of stars and planets, it was denser, much hotter, and filled with a uniform glow from a white-hot fog of hydrogen plasma.
That's poetry.
Yeah.
I can picture it.
Yep, that's all. That's what I learned today. Yep. Thanks, Cosmic Microwave.
Thank you, Cosmic Microwave. Have you thanked your Cosmic Microwave today? I think that's it for the Wikipedia articles.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a couple things that I wrote down that I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
I was wondering so this topic came up last night about how every time I finish dinner, I'm like, oh, I wish I had a little piece of cake or something, like just a little something at the end, a little dessert. And I feel like that comes back to how there was always dessert in my house growing up when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And was that the case for you?
We had bowls of candy corn.
Really? Wait, like year round?
I believe so, in my memory. Yeah.
Candy corn or candy pumpkins?
Candy corn. Very
Okay.
specific. Candy corn. Mm-hmm. And my dad was a big fan, still is, of the candy corn. And so he carried on the tradition. From what I understand, we should, that would be a fun NPILAR guest. Let's get my dad on.
I would love that.
We could, he carried on the tradition of his mother, who always had bowls of candy in the house. So, yeah, it ceased post-divorce, if I remember correctly.
No more corn.
No more corn. But we did always have Hydrox cookies in the cabinet.
Okay.
That was kind of the go-to. Yeah.
And those are the Oreo type cookies? They're like chocolate sandwich cookies?
Yeah, they're a different brand of Oreo kind of cookies. Yep.
But chocolate or vanilla or both?
Chocolate, cookie, cream, vanilla cream filling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your grandfather was a huge fan of pastries and cakes, right?
He was. I feel like everyone, the sweet tooth runs deep on both my maternal and paternal sides of my family. Yeah. But my mom's a great baker, and and my grandma was a great baker. So I feel like growing up, there was always some like sweet in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, if I finish eating dinner and there's no cookies or something, I'm like, what? Where's I like have to find some little thing to eat. There's usually like some chocolate chips embedded in a spoonful of peanut butter or something like that. It's like how other people take vitamins,
Yep.
except my version of it is unhealthy and at the end of the day. But there was a period of time where we would eat fruit salad.
Oh yeah, from a
Do you
can.
No, like my mom or dad would make fruit salad.
Oh yeah, I love fruit salad.
You do?
You and I guess it's fruit cocktail in a can. Big fan of fruit cocktail in a can too. Yep.
Fruit cocktail.
Yeah.
So when I think of fruit cocktail, I just think of those like little mandarin wedges that are like encased in syrup.
Yeah. Yep. Those are a whole separate can. Sometimes they're in one can with the like cubed I guess it's cubed peaches and pineapple and now I want to look up fruit cocktail on Wikipedia.
Let's look it up. I'm going to look it up too. Fruit
salad. Delicious. Are you a Cool Whip fan?
I'm sorry?
Are you a Cool Whip fan?
Cool Whip? Oh, man. Yeah, I was until I realized that you could have whipped cream, and that was like way better. But I grew up eating only Cool Whip, not whipped cream, or I guess like the canned whipped cream that like you could use to do whippets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, peaches, pears, pineapple, grapes, halves, cherry halves.
Have you seen this? I'm on the Wikipedia for fruit cocktail as well, and it says fruit cocktail is sometimes used to make pruno, an alcoholic beverage also known as prison wine.
Yes. Yeah, did you see that Orange is the New Black episode? Well,
I know that there was a hooch pipeline in Orange is the New Black. Yeah.
Well, one of the characters made prison wine and had it buried.
That's right, Poussey.
Yeah.
Right?
Best character.
Mm-hmm.
Do.
So what's in your ideal fruit salad?
You got your strawberries.
Oh.
But pineapple, honestly. Pineapple.
You don't like pineapple.
Yeah. Yep. Hate it.
Pineapple does a thing in fruit salad where it makes everything taste like pineapple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It hurts my mouth.
Oh, that's a good reason. That's a reason not to like it.
Yeah.
So strawberries.
Straubs.
Yep.
Bloobs.
Yep.
Kiwis. I just had a kiwi today. I had a pandemic splurge at the store the last time I went to the store a couple weeks ago, and I had 2 kiwis and I ate one of them today.
How do you eat a kiwi when you eat one?
I bite it like an apple. I eat it skin and all.
Eat the skin?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's all fuzzy like a monkey.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh.
Yeah, for a long time I never did that, and then when I worked at a grocery store, it was the way that I saw somebody else eating it like that, and I was like, "What? Why would you do?" And then I did it, and I was like, "Oh, that wasn't bad," and it was actually kind of good.
I have a thing about hairy skin on fruit where it's not appealing to me. So like even I prefer a nectarine to a peach because there's no fuzz. I don't like that fuzz.
Do you like if I gave you a peach, would you peel it?
No, but I would on a kiwi for sure. Yeah. But I also don't like kiwi. And my aversion to kiwi goes back to fruit salad. I feel like I would like stumble upon a piece of a kiwi in a fruit salad, and it would always be tart and like seedy, and I was just like, whoa.
I think it's usually added for color, and then if that's the case, it's out of desperation, and so they're usually unripe. So
yes,
you just haven't had a good kiwi.
I think that's true. I think that is true.
That's the worst when you say something that you don't like and people are like, oh, you just haven't had the right one.
That is, yes. That is the worst. Yeah, that's not a good thing to tell somebody.
No.
But I think in this case, it may be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only came around to strawberries recently, I think.
Really?
I've never loved strawberries for the same reason. Like fruit salad kind of ruined fruit for me for a while, I think.
Wait, I thought we started this because you liked it.
No, I never said that.
Oh.
I never would have said that.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because we used to eat it when I was younger.
I love fruit. Love
I
a
do
fruit
too.
salad. Love canned fruit, even though it's kind of gross. I understand that, but what's really good in that? So love it. And then, but if you gave me the choice between anything else and fruit salad, I would probably go for anything else first.
Yeah.
I think there's something about, I mean, the carbohydrate of any other sweet it just has me.
Yeah.
I just love it. Yeah.
Well, what it comes down to is like fruit salad on the spectrum of desserts. Fruit salad is on the healthier side, whereas like something like a cupcake or like a brownie or cookie is like on the other side. They're both sugar, but like, and if you're gonna have, I don't know, if you're gonna have a dessert, I guess I'm just saying I agree with you. I wouldn't choose fruit salad.
What would our diagram of the spectrum of desserts be in the shape of? Like the solo cup of the universe. And
Yeah.
then
I know the answer to this, and it is a peachy ring.
What?
You know those gummies that are peachy rings? They're like rings, but they taste peachy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love those.
And where would fruit salad be in relation to a brownie on the peachy ring?
Totally opposite sides of the ring.
12 o'clock and 6 o'clock?
That's right.
Outside, not inside, or middle.
No.
No.
Definitely on the exterior of the ring.
As possible. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I hope one of our many fans draws us a peachy ring spectrum of desserts drawing. Diagram.
I agree. I guess, you know what? The ring probably is a terrible way to draw a diagram because it implies continuity that like somehow you can get from one to the other. I don't see a way of getting from fruit salad to a cupcake.
Sure you can. Glucose, fructose.
Yeah, those are different sugar compounds.
It's all in the same family of sugar.
Mm. Everything is the same but different.
Do people who have fans
Mhm.
ask for fan art, or do they
No.
what I just did of putting a call out for fan art, was that a big faux pas?
I don't think anything's a faux pas now. Not for us, but I would go out there and say I think generally people with fans don't request fan art. It just happens.
Well, we're all friends. That's the best part. We did get fan art. Remember that one piece of fan art that we got?
Yeah, it was a mermaid.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Uh-oh. We should find it. I bet it's in our archive.
Yeah, speaking of the archive,
yeah,
we have to do a taping where we go through the archive.
Yes, I think that would be fun. So right now I have 2 archives, one at home and one upstairs in my studio.
Okay.
So
is the stuff at home the print matter?
No, the printed matter is all upstairs with the majority of the cassettes, and then some of the cassettes are at home.
Maybe we should also play a little clip from a past recording.
Oh, That's exciting. How are we going to do that? We don't have cassette tape players anymore.
I have one,
You do?
but I think it doesn't work, but I do have one here.
I think the one that I had broke, right? And then didn't we buy another one?
They both broke, I feel like, at one point.
Somebody just posted a picture of finding a Walkman. I'll have to
A
find
Walkman?
a Walkman.
You say Walkman? Like he's a lawyer.
A Walkman.
Dr. Walkman.
Did you have a Walkman?
Walkman. I did. I had a Walkman. Yeah.
Walkman, yeah. I remember traveling abroad when I was in college. I went to Italy for a summer semester, and I remember bringing my Walkman and a huge. It felt like a shoebox full of cassette tapes. Like, as a person who I was like, I'm gonna take one backpack. I decided to fill up a third of the backpack with cassette tapes.
Yes. What was on your list?
Oh, good question. I have no idea. I should find them. I mean, I still have all my cassette tapes somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
I'm gonna guess Beastie Boys "Check Your Head" was a huge, huge cassette
Classic.
classic. Then I had a lot of, I was a huge mixtape person, so I made those and gave them and received them a lot. So I think there was a few mixtapes that were choice picks, and then big fan of Tracy Chapman.
Oh, Fast Car.
That was one of my favorite albums in college. Probably Edie Brickell. I think that was also. I mean, those kind of came up when I was in junior high, I think, and then I just kept listening to them. So I might just be listing things that I remember, like forming my musical taste. But
That's
Talking Heads, that was one.
Oh,
What did you have cassette tapes? Was that a thing for you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it's funny you mentioned that because just the other day we were talking here about tapes that we like think of in terms of like being played in our parents' cars when we were kids.
Yeah.
And for me, the quintessential tape that was on rotation in my mom's minivan was Thriller.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep. My mom's a big was a big Michael Jackson fan, and that album was like, I think is that the album that PYT was on? Pretty Young Thing, you know that song with?
I think that was either that one or Off the Wall.
I'm gonna look up Thriller.
How does I mean, maybe this is a different episode.
Yeah.
How your mom feels about Michael Jackson now?
That also came up. I don't know. We haven't talked about the King of Pop recently.
Yeah.
She does own a Michael Jackson coffee table book, but I haven't seen it on the coffee table in years.
Yeah. I watched a bunch of Janet Jackson videos last night. That was fun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Did you watch the one where she's like a space lady in outer space?
No.
Oh.
Watched Black Cat.
Okay.
And then I watched Rhythm Nation, and what else? I forget the other one. I was never a big music video person.
No? What about pop-up music videos on VH1?
That I liked. I loved those. That was like the first Wikipedia of its kind.
Kind of true. Yeah. I really like pop-up videos.
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan. Okay, wait, just to pivot for a second. I'm on the Thriller.
I wonder if we could watch those again. Are they online?
I'm sure they're somewhere. So PYT is on Thriller. But I had it in my head that Paul McCartney was on that song too, and he's on The Girl Is Mine, which is also Thriller.
Sounds always weirded me out.
Yeah, why did they say doggone?
Yeah. So the Allagash abduction,
Oh, full circle.
we
Okay.
never got back to that.
Nope.
I feel like maybe that should be our cliffhanger.
Let's get into it. I'm pulling it up. Allagash abductions. Is that the page you're on?
Yeah. Can I? It's a purported UFO sighting and
Reported.
purported alien abduction claimed to have occurred in Allagash, Maine in 1976. One of the participants described it as brilliant storytelling, while the other 3 members of the group stand by their alien abduction claim. Bum, bum, bum.
Interesting.
Jack
Wow.
Charlie and I are still, after all these years, are still in agreement with the Eagle Lake event as we remember it. We also accept the results of the hypnotic regression sessions and subsequent polygraph tests as supportive of an abduction scenario.
According to the 4 men, hypnotic regression enabled them to recall being taken aboard a circular UFO and being, quote unquote, probed and tested by 4-fingered beings with almond-shaped eyes and languid limbs.
What?
That's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Prototypical alien figure description.
Sure is.
Dang.
Well, it's not much of a cliffhanger because we pretty much just read the entire page.
That's it. That's all there is.
That's all there is. There
But
is
you
an Unsolved Mysteries episode about it. So
And there's a whole Wikipedia page list of UFO sightings that go back to 2nd millennium BC.
whoa,
That's pretty exciting.
that is exciting.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow. All right. Let's cut this off because now it's been like an hour. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. We'll
Send us your fan art. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh my gosh, this list of UFOs is pretty exciting. UFO sightings, they all have titles. Like,
yeah, I know. Have you seen the first one, the very first one, circa 1440 BC, fiery discs in Lower Egypt?
wow, mystery airships. These would be good title generators for artwork. Angel hair in 196 AD.
Dang.
Mystery airships. Foo Fighters.
Foo?
The Battle of Los Angeles. The Ghost Rockets.
Ghost rockets.
The Green Fireballs. Gorman Dogfight. Lubbock Lights. Flatwoods Monster. Kelly Hopkinsville Encounter. The Jimmy Carter UFO incident.
Oh, classic.
I
don't know
think
what that
Jimmy
is.
Carter saw one. He didn't believe to be of extraterrestrial origin. So how is it a UFO? Never mind. The Stonehenge incident. That's a good one. Have you ever been to Foamhenge?
Stonehenge?
Foamhenge.
Phone?
Foam.
Foam Stonehenge. No, I haven't. I can picture it though. Is it just Stonehenge but with foam?
With styrofoam, yeah. It's great.
Wow, that sounds very not biodegradable.
It's not, but it's beautiful. It's right off the highway, and I think it's Virginia or West Virginia, and you can
Oh.
stop and see it, and it's free.
Does the styrofoam look like, is it supposed to look like rock? Like, does it resemble rocks? Or is it just pieces of like white styrofoam?
Yeah, they painted it to look like rocks, but then they're like birds have like pecked into it, and so there's caverns in there. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Oh, I have to stop recording. Hold on.